because all pears are not created equal. This has been so popular since we debuted it this year on QVC. It is now a hot pick on the day today.
Yes.
It's in 45764, 2 ship dates. Have them shipped now, but please be advised that this is very seasonal, much like the honey bells that we have on QVC. So the ship date that we have of December 15th is the last ship date we can offer you for these.
Right.
Dana Fleming is here, and she is with us from Harry and David, and I want to thank you for joining us this morning. Hello.
Mwah.
Thank you
for
for
heavy box
It
here.
is a heavy box. This box is actually 6 pounds of
6
these Royal
pounds.
Riviera pears. So let me ask you, Harry and David are the only ones that have access to this beautiful orchard that's in Oregon, correct?
Yes, yes. It's Harry and David's orchards in Southern Oregon. And it just happens to be the perfect climate for these beautiful pears. The warm days, the cool nights, the clean mountain water and spring air. It's wonderful for these beautiful pears. But we also put them through this amazing process. Each one is hand-picked.
Okay. And why is that important?
Well, it's important because each one is inspected and looked at to make sure that they're perfect and beautiful.
Right.
And only 45% of the pears that we actually pick are used and used for Royal Riviera grade.
So this is really an exclusive, wonderful, beautiful, seasonal opportunity to try a glorious fruit. Because you know what, for me, pears, when I go to the food store, is so hit or miss. Sometimes I can squeeze them, I can smell them, I can look at them, and I think one is gonna be amazing and one might be amazing. And then the next one looks like it would have been and felt like it would have been amazing, and it's not amazing. And I get so disappointed when I have that fluctuation at the food store, but Royal Rivieras
that's why I
are
pulled this.
so sweet and so delicious every time.
Every time, but I just wanted to show you this really quick. This is probably what you're seeing at the grocery store, and you know, it's harder. It's got nicks and bruises. We don't do that at Harry and David. What we do is we pick the most beautiful pears, and what we do is we put them through this special fermentation process. And this is what really makes them unique. They're refrigerated for 30 days, and what that does is it allows the sugars to really saturate in that pear. People always ask, what makes them so good? What makes them so juicy? And it's that process that does it. And then what we do is once they're shipped, that's when they actually begin their ripening process. And that's when they get that buttery texture, which is so unique to these pears as well.
The texture is unbelievable on top of the juiciness.
Yeah, literally forget what you know about any store-bought pear, because these are really in a league of their own. And I'm gonna show you here, Harry and David coined the phrase, pears so big and juicy you eat them with a spoon. And Sharon, I'd love to see you do
I know, I'm gonna do mine in a second. We're gonna see yours
but
first.
I wanna show you this. I mean, where do you see that kind of just ease?
Oh, and look, every one of them, when you get inside, is the most delicious, creamy, white color.
Oh my gosh,
and
just
the skin
butter.
is virtually non-existent. I mean, the skin is so ridiculously delicate, which is why it's important that these are hand-picked, because pears are very prone to bruising. And when you get a lot of the stuff at the store, they're abused by the time they get there. And they don't even come from this one beautiful, small, exclusive orchard in Oregon. And that's really how Harry and David started, was with these pears, right? How many years ago?
80 years ago. And so we're celebrating our 80th anniversary this year. But these pears are what started it all for Harry and David. And they're really the cornerstone for the quality reputation that Harry and David has today. I mean, these have been generations of food here, or generations of pears.
Wait,
I know, I just said
is that a ham and pear sandwich?
I saw that sandwich and was like,
and by
wow.
the way, you see the one that's wrapped in the gold foil? That is, when you get your box at home, this is what you're gonna see. The box comes to you, and this is the beautiful part. When it's shipped to your home, you see the beautiful Harry and David box. This is the heritage, this is how they began. You open it up, and every one of the pears is nestled in their own green papers, and one of them is always wrapped in gold foil.
Right.
It's a very fancy sort of fun, like my daughter waits me to open the box because she kind of tries to guess where in the box the one with the gold foil is gonna be, and we see if she's right.
And she probably wants that gold foil pear.
It's very fancy.
And
very
I mean, are your
exclusive.
kids fighting over them? Because I've heard lots of stories about that as well.
Well,
Like
you know
everyone.
what? It's got to be equal opportunity in my house. You know, I have to make sure that if there's only one left, I'm cutting it into slices, and everybody has to get the same amount of slices. But this is the only pear. Oh my gosh! Wait a second. You know what? I just put the spoon in here, and I have to show you this. It is, the juice is dripping out of the pear, which I don't know if you can see that on the side. I just put the spoon in. Look at that. It's dripping out of the pear. That's how tender and delicious and beautiful these are. Look at that. I've never in my life experienced pears like this.
I know they are really
Oh.
truly a unique experience, and they're a holiday tradition because they're harvested in
Fabulous.
the fall. In fact, all our pears have been picked now. They're starting to prune the trees for next year, so this is really it
my
for
God.
the year. And so we're, it's really a holiday tradition, a holiday table tradition, or for appetizers, and they're just phenomenal.
Beautiful. Appetizers, by the way, a little bit of cream cheese, slice of prosciutto wrapped around one slice of this pear.
Oh my gosh.
Would be the most divine experience. As I'm putting the spoon in here, I cannot believe the amount of juice. I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't know if you can see how much
You need a napkin for these
juice.
pears.
It drips right out. So Barbara from Massachusetts is joining us this morning. Barbara, I am thrilled that you could be here with us. How are you today?
Very good. I have to tell you about these pears. My mother-in-law used to send them to me every Christmas, and when I at QVC had them, I ordered them immediately. In fact, I have a shipment that's supposed to be shipped out yesterday.
Oh, is that right? Oh, great. So you're
Oh,
going to get them in a
good.
couple of days.
And I have to correct you girls.
What?
Not use a napkin. You eat your pear in a bowl so you can drink the juice.
Oh,
You know what?
yeah.
I have to admit, sometimes I have eaten mine right by the sink, and I do collect it in a bowl. You're right, because you know what? This is so funny. I have a pool of
She
juice
does.
inside this pear. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it without the camera being like totally up above, but wait, I'm just going to do this. I'm pouring out the juice just from that little bite that I had right there. Yeah, so you are a lover of these pears already.
Oh, definitely. I mean, one pear is all you need for lunch.
Yeah.
And my only thing is I wish they weren't only in December. I mean, because usually you want to put them in the refrigerator after so that they don't ripen too much. And I'm
Sure.
a real pro about putting my finger on the top near the stem to make
Oh,
sure
right.
Oh, that's
I mean,
right.
I didn't even.
You know what, Barbara? Since you brought that up,
Yes.
since you're going to help to educate someone
Yes.
who's watching for the first time, we're going to show that since you brought it up, what we
Right.
need to do.
What you
Well, I
want?
didn't read the instructions the first time, and I really blew it, and then they were all ripe at the same time.
Oh. Well, you know what? Now you know, and I want to
Yeah.
thank you for bringing that up. So we're going to share that with the viewers.
Right. You want to check the neck, and what you want to do is just apply a little bit of pressure with your thumb at the top of the pear. And then when that gives just a little bit, that means it's ripe and ready to go. So if they do show up and they're maybe a little hard, or, just leave them out for one day at room temperature, and they will be at this beautiful texture.
That's right.
This beautiful, sweet
That's right.
texture.
Well, now you know, and now you've helped to educate everyone, Barbara, and I want to thank you for sharing your thoughts so early in the morning with us today.
Okay, well,
Thank you,
I'm
Barbara.
I'm watching the mail every hour because I don't want mine to freeze
All
outside.
right, you watch that mail for that to come. Thank you, Barbara. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy holidays.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. I can't believe the price is only $31.96 for
Yeah.
these to be delivered directly to your home. Your shipping and handling is also completely included in that price, so it's not extra, which is wonderful. Dana, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And bear in mind, we have those 2 ship dates immediately, or if you're going for the December ship date, that is the last ship date that we're able to